Well, Australian consumers are fast becoming world leaders in AI-powered shopping. Robots are recommending the latest products, best deals and prices to millions of people online.
But the lines are becoming increasingly blurred. Many businesses are now using AI to make shopping easier, more accessible and harder to resist. And for more, we are joined now by futurist Michael McQueen in studio. Good morning to you, Michael.
Good morning.
As always. Right, explain how this works.
So these are essentially sponsored ads. They're often appearing now in our threads. So if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini, they're appearing and they look like advice, but it's actually a paid advertisement. So it's getting harder to figure out what's real and what's advice and what's an ad. Best thing you can do, ask the bot. Is this paid content? Or is this just advice? And 9 times out of 10 will actually give you, it'll give you the inside scoop.
So the bot can dob on itself?
It can, okay. Yes.
You know of how much of an epiphany we're having if you get the tandem which you just got from us. Because it is confusing.
Yes,
You're not sure. Okay, so just keep on asking the bot questions.
Yes.
And can you rely on that answer?
9 times out of 10, yes. And the interesting thing is we'll probably see legislation coming around this stuff because we need to. It's like when you read, if you're reading an online media outlet and there's an article that looks like an article but it's sort of actually just paid ad, it'll pay sponsored content.
Yes.
We'll likely see the same thing with this. And the reason it matters is because you need to know, is there a bias involved? Is there a conflict of interest? But also for accountability. Like we saw an example this week of an AI suggesting tourists visit a hot spring in Tassie that doesn't even exist. And people are rocking up for the hot spring that was a fictitious hot spring.
They're paying for their flights, they're getting accommodation.
They can hallucinate these things.
So there might be a little opportunity for you and I to go down there with a bathtub.
Michael, you speak about regulation in this space. So if you're a lawmaker, I mean, by the time you actually write, pass the laws, explain the laws, the whole thing's changed again.
Yeah, it is so tricky because the tech companies are leading the conversation in many instances. What we're seeing too is that corporations are realising they need to be on the front foot with this because in the past it was all about SEO. How do you make sure your product is at the top of the search list when someone uses Google? Now, if they're using Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT, that changes the whole game. And so 86% of consumers have used AI in the last 3 months to do some research for a product.
As a Google function.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's so effective.
It is so good. And it saves so much time from where we used to, trawl through whatever came up on Google. So there are benefits there, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we just have to be aware. Is that your advice?
Yeah, be aware of it and realise too that, sometimes you need to do that double click and just check and ask, why are you suggesting this and are there other alternatives as well? The other thing is, in store, this is changing the way people are buying stuff too. So an example is you might be buying a new set of headphones, take a photo of the headphones on sale, upload it to ChatGPT and say, is this a good deal? And it'll give you a comparison, but also what it'll do, it'll say, based on historical data, they're likely to go on sale in 2 weeks, so just hold off.
Right.
So this is changing so much of the shopping experience.
But there is still a part of using it that you have to be fairly circumspect and going, is this information correct?
Yeah, just be wary. Buyer beware. We're told buyer beware, especially in an AI environment.
As always.
Thanks, Michael.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Well, when the